let's continue our Sudoku adventure with What You Hear is All Hearsay by Calvinball. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. That means in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these lines in the grid. These are killer lines. They work exactly like killer cages, except they're drawn as lines, which allows us to connect diagonally instead of being forced to only connect orthogonally. So what that means is digits may not repeat on a line. So if this was a 4, we couldn't put a 4 here. Sudoku would allow it, but the line is disallowing it. In addition to that, the digits on the line sum to the attached clue. So these 3 would sum to 13. So I could do 3, 4, 6. That would add to 13. That would be one way to do it. And notice there's no repeats. What I can't do is like 5, 5, 3, because that does add to 13, but it repeats a digit. That's not allowed. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, 7 and 3 without repeating has only one option. One way to think about that, which can be very helpful, is to think about the 3 smallest digits you can put without repeating, which is 1, 2, and 3. Those add to 6. That is 1 off from 7. We say there's 1 degree of freedom. That means that one of these digits from 1, 2, 3 has to increase. Now, if I write this out, the order doesn't matter, but if I write this out, say in this order, it becomes a bit clear, like which one how can we actually add 1 to this total sum? I'd have to add 1 to one of these digits. If I did it to the 1, I'd repeat the 2, which is not allowed anywhere on the line, right? We're not allowed to repeat. If I increase the 2 to 3, I've now repeated the 3. So the only option is to increase the 3 to a 4. So the only way to add to 7 and 3 is 1, 2, 4. And that's always going to be true when you have 1 degree of freedom, is you have to increase the larger digit by 1. And there's only going to be one way to do it. All right, so that's 1, 2, 4. And it's a 1, 2, 4 triple, meaning that whatever this is can't repeat on this line, also can't repeat in this column. So it goes here, which isn't necessarily helpful right now. What about this 6 and 2? It's going to be 1, 5 or 2, 4. And so is this. And this will be a different 1, 5 or 2, 4, right? If this was 1, 5, this can't be 1 or 5. So we have to do a 2, 4 pair. So these are different ways of adding to 6 of the 2 different ways that are possible. Can't do 3 plus 3. It repeats the 3. 9 and 3 is one of those ones where you can't quite require a digit. Like you'd like to require the 1, but you can actually do 2, 3, 4. So you can just eke away not using a 1. Let's see. You do need, this is interesting. Actually, yeah. So what I was going to say, which may or may not be the best way to think about this particular situation, but it's still useful knowledge to know, is that the sum to 9 needs 2 digits that are low and 1 digit that is high, which can be a nice way to think about it rather than thinking about the case-by-case basis. Because if I had all 3 digits low, that's 1, 2, 3. That adds to 6. That isn't 9. If I had 2 digits that are high and 1 digit that's low, the lowest I could add to is 4 plus 5 plus 1, which is 10. So I can't do that. So I need 2. So the only option is 2 low digits and 1 high digit in some order, right? But what I'm noticing is that these 2 digits see the entirety of this triple. These cannot be any of 1, 2, or 4. And so the only low digit available is a 3, which means that one of the low digits we use must be the 3, right? Because we need to use 2 low digits. I can't put both of them here. So at least one of these needs to be low. The only low digit available is 3. And so that's what happens. And the other 2 are high. So this is a high, 4, 5, or 6. Now with a 3, we can't use the 6. 3 plus 6 is already 9. In fact, 3, I think, requires 2, 3, 4, does it? No, you can do 1, 3, 5 as well. But this can't have 1 on it. No, sorry, I said that completely backwards. This has to be the other low, not the other highs here. This has to be the other low, and it's not the 3. I can't believe I said it completely back. I made the entire logical thread, and then right at the end, I said the wrong thing, but that's okay. I corrected it. Now, this isn't going to have 6 on it because 6 plus 3 is already 9. And so this would make it too big. And so 6 in this column has to go down here. And that does mean this 10 doesn't have 6 on it. I wonder if that's useful. I'll think about that in a second. Is there more I can say here? Well, we know based on this what the other digit's going to be. If this is a 1, then we have 1 plus 3 is 4. We would need to be with a 5, so this would be 3, 5. If this was a 2, we'd have 2 plus 3 is 5. This would have to be a 4. So these are from 3, 4, 5. Oh, but we can't put 4 either. That's useful to know. So this has to be a 3, 5 pair, because the 1, 2, 4 takes 1, 2, and 4 from here. There might have been another way to think about that, of just saying these can't be 1, 2, 4. So 3, 5 is the lowest it can be, which is 8, and then we add 1 to it. That's probably easier, but I thought I'd demonstrate how you'd utilize the two lows and one high to a great effect. Anyway, this can't be 1, so that's not 5. 3, 5 pair takes 5 out of here, so that's not 1. So one of these has to be 1. Because one of these is 1, 5, right? They can't both be 2, 4. So one of these is 1, 5, which means one of these is 1. So this cannot be the 1, which leaves this just the 1 here. And this is a 2, 4, 6, I suppose. Huh. Right, maybe I should think about this 10. Not sure what else to think about here. So 10 is one of those that's like, okay, we got a lot of degrees of freedom from both the min and the max. It doesn't have a 6 on it. So without the 6, let's think about it this way. Without the 6, 3, 4, 5 is the max I could put on it, which is 12. So we have 2 degrees of freedom. To deal with 2 degrees of freedom, we can either lower... Here, let me write this out again just to show you what I mean. I can take the lowest digit and I can just subtract 2 from it. I can make it a 1. So 1, 4, 5 is one way to do the 10. The other option is to take the 2 lowest digits and subtract 1 from each. So the 3 remains, and subtract 1 from each. So the 3 remains, and the 4 becomes a 2, basically. So 2, 3, 5 is the other way. So we're either 1, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 5. It really doesn't help, does it? 1, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 5. Not helpful at the moment. We do know the 1's over here. Oh, so actually, yeah, that is helpful. We know this has a 1 with it. With a 1, the other two have to add to 9, which is going to be 4, 5, because there's no 6. So this is the 1, and then we have the 4, 5 pair. That means this is 2, which makes that 4, which makes that 4. We can clean up a bunch of digits. These aren't 2. That's a 1, 4 pair. And so this has to be the 2, 5 pair. So we still don't know which one's 1, 5 and 2, 4, but we got to maintain that relationship. This is a 1, 5 pair. Oh, so this is a 3. 2, 5, 6. Oh, actually, okay. This is interesting because we know this is a 2, 5 pair. Again, these are 2 different ways to sum to 6. So we can't have both of these be 2 or both of these be 5. And so a 2, 5 pair, this sees the 2 and the 5 and the 2, 5 pair. So this has to be 6. That's 2 and 6. That's 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. This was made great use out of this. This is a pair. 2, 3. No, yeah, it is. That's 2. That's 3. So down here I need a 4, 5 pair, and up here I need 1, 3, 6. That's not 1. I should probably look at more. This is down to 3, 5, 6. And this is down to 2, 3, 5, 4. Well, can't be 2, so this is 3, 4, 5. Now, how are we getting to 13 here? Well, remember, 3, 4, 5 is 12, and that's the minimum I can put on here. There's no 1s or 2s on here at all, which is interesting. So with no 1s or 2s on here at all, 3, 4, 5 is the minimum. That's 12. So we have 1 degree of freedom, meaning we have to do 3, 4, 6. So there is no 5 on here. And that means this is 4, this is 3, this is 6. All right, that's 5. This is 6. That's 5. All right, now over here we get the 5 and the 3. And so down here we need the 2, 4 pair. The 4 tells us that's 2, that's 4. Now we should just be able to finish. This pair is 4, 5. This 4 tells us that's 5, that's 4, giving us the 1 and the 5. Over here I need 1 and 6. So this is the 6, this is the 1, giving us 3 and 1. Down here I need the 2 and the 3, and we're done. Neat puzzle, Calvinball. I enjoyed being able to talk about the degrees of freedom on these different sums. I enjoyed being able to talk about how these had to be different, forming pairs Like especially this 2-5 pair was interesting. And I also enjoyed talking about needing 2 lows and 1 high on 9, even though that was probably not necessary to talk about. I enjoyed the opportunity. So very nice demonstration of what these killer lines can do. Well, let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this, want to leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.